BytePlus is a company from ByteDance. We do cloud and AI solutions for our customers. So, and I myself is the head of solution of BytePlus, located in Singapore and traveling around the world. So today I will probably bring you some of the exciting things that I think it will at least amaze me, right? So let's start from here. AI moves business. As you know that the ByteDance is a content company, social media company. We started 13 years ago, and then we help our ecosystem create contents. We distribute contents to people according to people's favorites. So AI right now is already embedded in our business in terms of R&D coding, content creation, content moderation, and customer service. So in terms of content creation, as you have played with some of our products, so you will find that there are a lot of AI features. For example, AI-generated scripts, AI-generated captions, AI-generated images and videos. So basically, we find that the model that we created ourselves actually outperforms a lot of models. And then it has been embedded in almost 150 use cases. Next is basically customer service. Or before that, content moderation. So I will give you some numbers. 80% of the content moderation is actually done with AI in our business, and then 96% of the contents, inappropriate contents, are basically identified before they are published. And then moving on to e-commerce. So e-commerce customer service is a big thing. So essentially, 80% of the e-commerce questions are basically taken care of by AI, and then 90% of the incoming queries are basically automated by AI. Next thing is about coding. We have released some of the product I will show you later, but this product is already adopted by 80% of our internal developers. And then we have interviewed some of the developers that they are saving 2.5 hours every week from using AI IDE. So that is some of the numbers that I want to share with you internally. And then coming back to BytePlus. So what we do is essentially we want to bring all the latest and greatest technology from ByteDance and then the benefit to our customers. So I will show you how our technology make our life easier and then make the life more interesting.
Have you ever wanted to see what the future looks like? This is the future. You've already seen some of it and tried it.
Can you scan this for me, please?
You have a meeting in Tokyo next week. Should I generate a Japanese version too?
The future is a place where work just flows and life is made easy. Like a cup of tea. But what if it could be even easier?
This mug can be delivered in just one day.
What if someone could help and anticipate your needs? What if someone could understand your customers better than you do and create personalized responses based on data that are just right for your business? In the future, speed matters because customer experience is underpinned by performance and safety. And communication is key. It's global, instant, and seamless.
BytePlus Voice, リズム、感情、呼吸などの表現を impulsada por modelos de lenguaje de gran escala.
It's international, with live translation. BytePlus AI works for you, with cloud services that scale with you and your business, and personalized experiences that engage your world. BytePlus. Define tomorrow.
So as you probably noticed that there are a lot of AI technologies being used. For example, the video understanding, the real-time communications, real-time translations, and reasoning, and so on. So how does our technology stack looks like behind all these features? That is the thing. So if you look at the bottom, there are lots of infrastructure, GPU optimizations that we have done. So if you want to train your own model or build your own post-training pipelines, all these things can be reused with a lot of fantastic open source tools. And then coming to the second layer, that is something I want to show you a lot of things today. So Skylark Pro and VLM, Video Large Language Model, that is the thing that used to understand from the real world and then make sense from it. Dream and Seedance, That was something released last week, and then that very quickly ranked up into the top one in third-party rankings. I will show you how that looks like. And then the voice, and last but not least, you can choose to use a DeepSeek from our portals. So on top of it, there is the agentic platform for you to build your applications. So I will show you step by step how that looks like. So next thing is I want to show you some of the super agents to help you make your life easier by understanding the real world and then interact with AI.
I have to leave now. Do you know where I am? You are currently at the Volcano Engine Beijing headquarters. How long will it take to get to Beijing South Railway Station from here? To depart from Beijing Volcano Engine headquarters, it is 16.7 kilometers. By car, it will take 40 minutes. I'm taking the G9 train. Dobao, can you tell me which ticketing gate I should go to? You can go to gate 10 to check your ticket. Thank you, Dobao. You've been so helpful this entire journey. Wow, it's been great to accompany you on your journey today.
The AI video call is the latest feature that we came up with. And then underneath it, there is the video understanding, there is the image reasoning, there is the real-time communication, and live streaming. So aside from that, the video understanding capability can be used in a lot of other use cases. So for example, we're working with the OTT customers to label their image, label their video contents, and then extract the video highlights. There is also creating story outlines to create a better search and recommendation performances. And then there is content moderation, so to ensure that the user-generated contents are appropriate and highlight those ones are not are not following the policies. So that is essentially Skylark Pro and Skylark video large models. So next thing is about the Seedream 3.0. So as some of you probably have used from other companies about the image to video and text to image and image to image. So 2 weeks back, we released something called a Seedream 3.0, which very fact ranked the world's #1. So I will show you how that looks like. Go, 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 go. So for those who have tried text to image, you might have facing some of the challenges. For example, how to make sure that the text is accurate. When you create a poster, how do you make sure that all these typography is appropriate, created according to your instruction? And then how to make sure that the human emotions or the details are actually real enough so that customers don't feel that as the AI. So essentially, if you go to artificial analysis today, you will find that text-to-image models, we are right now ranking #1 according to customers' feedback. And then some of the highlights is that we are super good in the portraits, in the facial expressions, in the in the fantasy, sci-fi use cases, and then the details are actually really the human-like. So these are some of the samples. So on the on your left-hand side, that is the posters that we have generated. So there is a feature that to ensure all your text, no matter what language, is actually accurately generated with all the typographies. And then on your right-hand side, no matter the sports scene or the human facial expressions, and then the sports motions, and even the multi-objects, if you look at the family over there, so all these are actually properly generated with all these physical realistic scenes. So, so that is the image generation. And next, I want to show you some of the video generations. So video generation, that is called the Seedance 1.0. So that is just released last week. And then once it is released, it ranked up into world's #1 this week. So I will show you how that looks like. So as you can see in some of the challenges in the creating videos, so simulating, so the multi-camera consistency, the consistency of the objects are crucial. So if you look at this video, the boxing, so there are two people there, so that is multi-objects. And then there are two cameras, one is the front camera, one is a close camera. So all these cameras are actually following the same backgrounds and the same scene. So that is something we have resolved perfectly. And then if you look at the robots over there, so the robots is actually with the background, and if we take a closer look of the robots, and then coming back, that has have a hyper consistency of all the objects. And next example, if I can show you some of the sports. So someone is skiing. When people ski, all the backgrounds, all the large-scale sports scenes, fast sports scenes, it is generated perfectly. So that means it is following all the physical realistic rules that has nothing wrong with the physical world. And then the last video I want to share with you is the facial expression. So this is something that shows the model could follow the human instructions perfectly with all the detailed instructions. If you look at the facial expressions, the level of the details of the facial expression, all these are actually perfectly generated. So those are some of the examples of the video generation. And lastly, I want to share with you is about the coding. So when you integrate all this into your applications, you have to do coding. So this is something that has been adopted by 80% of our developers, and they help us to save a lot of time every week. So some of the highlights over here is that the product is called a Tray. You can download it today at tray.ai.com, tray.ai. It is free at the moment. So some of the highlights is that the builder mode, so you can create an entire project, and real-time coding completion, and the rollback. So if you have another prompt and you decided that you don't want to use the prompt and go back to the previous version, then you can choose to do that easily. And then the context understanding. So if you have your own design document or your code base or your APIs and so on, you can just point the folders or the file or the documents as the context so that it will do the coding accordingly. And last but not least, you create your own coding agents. So for every file, you can have a prompt, you can have the documents, you create a rag for every file that in your project. So it is basically creating your own agents to follow all your own instructions. So that is some of the things I want to share with you that I hope you find something new from BytePlus. Lastly, this is the QR code that you can log into our website and experience some of the things from today's presentation. And then we have a booth outside just at the entrance of the hall. So you are more than welcome to come over, and then we have a more detailed chat about all these things. All right, thank you.